Welcome back to LEGO by the Book. I'm Captain Xavier, and today we're going to be building set 75967, Forbidden Forest, Umbridge's Encounter. Which is, of course, where Umbridge runs into the giant and the Centaurs. We have Hermione, Harry, Umbridge, a pair of Centaurs, and Grop. I think his name was Grop. It's a giant. And it's a giant that's been made to look like a giant Lego figure. They made a giant Lego figure out of Legos. And I love it. I think that's a really creative way to go about it. So let's build it. Meow. Stickers. The worst. Alright, looks like bag one is the tree. And at least some of the minis. So let's get into this. Sure enough, apparently we've got Harry. And either they hadn't introduced the short legs yet, or they didn't feel the need to give him short legs, because he's got full-side legs. This was one of the later movies, so there's that. And then we have our two Centaurs with bows and arrows, and as far as I can tell, they are completely identical. They are decidedly smaller than actual Lego horses. They're more the size of what I guess you would imagine a pony to be. I find that to be somewhat fascinating. And they recently released a female centaur in one of in the most recent minifigure line. But they just look like a normal human, whereas these look decidedly not, which is neat. All right, let's build a tree. It's a tree with hinges. That's neat. And then we have a tree, and it opens up, and inside there is a bike handle with a bell for some reason, a lantern, a chicken drumstick, and a bone. Usual spare parts, an extra bone, an extra one of the sickly green sausages used to make the stems on those nifty mushrooms. Those are really cool, and it's the usual. Alright, tree out of the way. Now we build the grop. We have our two minis. We have Hermione and we have Dolores Umbridge, one of the most, I would imagine, hated characters in all of history. It's a special kind of evil to do horrible things to children while smiling. Alright, let's build a giant. And there he is, the giant, brick-built, minifig-looking grop. Now, I love the concept of a brick-built giant. The execution leaves a bit to be desired. The backside is kind of not all there, and the arms are particularly poorly articulated. So I'm going to make some improvements. And this is where I should actually confess. This is not the first time I've built this set. I actually bought one when it first came out, but I don't think I filmed when I built it. And I saw this and was like, I don't like the following things. Incidentally, we did get the usual spare parts. And so I have already done some improvements on the other ones. I'm going to go find it and show the difference. Now I'll be able to actually compare them. So here is my upgraded one. The biggest change is that I have added an elbow, so he actually can bend his arms. And I replaced one of the underparts with the kind of domed piece, which keeps it from hanging up on his torso quite as much. That was kind of the problem here, is you really couldn't swing his arm forward unless it was all the way out and sideways, and I didn't care for that. So made a few minor changes, and I think it is a great improvement. Also did fill in the backside a little bit. I will do the same thing on this one, and I might make a few additional upgrades, especially to like the sides of the legs. There really is no reason to be using that part and having those holes exposed. And I think you could also probably figure out how to have brown on the side there. So I'm a tinker with that. But that is the set itself. I am very appreciative that this at least wasn't a sticker. There were a couple of sticker parts on there, and I don't like stickers. But the face was at least that. And they did actually give him a brain. I thought that was weird. There's the internal structure here where his brain would be. They used a pink block. So he has a brain. Weird. Alright. So now I have more centaurs, more giants. Cannot have too many giants. Pretty cool. I might try to make them look a little bit more, different from each other, but then again, I might not. Who knows? Alright. Thank you for watching.
They gave him a belly button.